Hello, welcome back to another Tech Ambrosia Saturday stream. How's it going? Hope everybody's had a good week. We had a great game stream on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to the next one. My week's been pretty okay. I had some training I needed to do at work, and I got it all done by the end of the week. It's been great. Then I have a long weekend because we're off on Monday, so all good. So it's been pretty okay. You can see, obviously, there's boxes are starting to multiply a little bit. I'm starting to get a rhythm with packing up boxes and inventorying things. So that's good. Obviously, the Mac Plus that was next to me is gone. That's over to the storage unit at this point. Also, most of my other Macs are over there as well. I've got a Centrus 610 motherboard and power supply sitting on the desk next to me that I'm going to try desperately over the next month to make a Quadra 700 style case for it that you can 3D print. So that's going to be fun. I think I'm going to do some of that on Sunday, Monday. All right, we got folks coming in. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Watzak is here. Hello. Oh, Watzak had a non-awesome week here. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Oh, Dave is here from Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. Hello. Welcome to the stream, Dave. Oh, we've got Ian here. Ian Polpo is here. Welcome. Yeah, right. Ian says, I'm very glad the work week is over. That's, yeah. It's always good when it's a Friday afternoon again. And Foritos is here. Hello, welcome to the stream. So of course, if you missed the last couple of streams, I am streaming simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch. Right there. I'm streaming simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch. It's actually been going pretty well. I'm running all of this off of my $100 PC entry for the cheap PC challenge this year. It's had a couple of upgrades. I've shoehorned in an i7 processor, and now it has a GeForce 1660 Super. That seems to have been what it needed to make the streams nice and stable. But the fact that it's doing 2 streams with my overlay, which we'll see in a minute, blows my mind. This thing's been great. I've really been loving it. So, what are we doing today, by the way, as it comes to the hardware? We are trying to make some use out of some Mac Minis that I bought a long time ago. That's wonderful. Dave also streams his Sunday repair streams. Dave's Sunday repair streams, by the way, if you've not visited a Dave stream, Dave streams for like 12 hours straight on Sunday mornings, starting bright and early, and you come as you are and repair stuff on stream. Just fix stuff along with everybody else. It's nice. It usually gets a little overwhelming for me. There's usually just too many people like either making noise with Dremels or desoldering guns or just talking or coughing. It's usually a little too overwhelming for me and my audio processing problems. But it's a nice place. It's a good place to like hop in and say, hey, I have this thing that's broken. I don't really know how to fix it. Can you help? Because there's a whole bunch of very knowledgeable people on one stream. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Ron is here from Ron's Computer Videos. Ron says duct tape is going to make this project easy. This is not like literally taping 3 Mac Minis together. Because, yeah, duct tape would make short work of that. I have, basically, these are 3 mid 2011 Mac Minis that I've collected over, good lord, these things are I've had these for a couple of years now. I've been meaning to do this for quite some time, and I'm like, I can clear some space off that shelf if I just do this on a stream. These things are mobile Sandy Bridge, so 2 cores, 4 threads. Some of them are fun, and they have mobile Radeon graphics on board, which are 6630, I think is what AMD calls them. They're very low-end terascale units. But that means the reason that these have been kind of sitting here not doing a whole lot is you can't really run modern macOS programs on these. Like, obviously, it's not going to run a modern version of macOS. It's from 2011. But an owner who, as someone who also owns a mid 2012 MacBook Pro with Ivy Bridge integrated GPU graphics, it's actually pretty capable because Ivy Bridge and later support Metal, and Apple made a big push for developers to use Metal in their apps for GPU acceleration, and these don't support it. These are basically DirectX 10 capable GPUs. Their programmable shaders aren't that programmable versus the later Metal capable GPUs. So you can't run a lot of more modern apps on these. I know a lot of people like poo-poo about using old versions of macOS. It doesn't matter, honestly. It doesn't matter. Keep backups of your stuff. Don't use the same password on every website. You're going to probably be fine. Use whatever you want for old hardware. However, Apple makes it extra hard if you want to use macOS on these and use modern apps because pretty much everything these days uses Metal. And even if the app will load up on, like, I don't know, my mid 2012 MacBook Pro, it won't load up on this because it doesn't have GPU acceleration. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try and get at least one of these things working, like fully functional. And I've got a thumb drive here of KDE Neon, which I've been having fun using. I've put it on my home theater PC. We did that stream a couple of weeks ago, where I tested two thin clients against each other to see which one would make a better home theater PC. And the embedded Bulldozer thin client won, which I was very surprised about. But I've been using that as my home theater PC since then. It's been great. I'm running KDE Neon on it. And speaking of my mid-2012 MacBook Pro, it has recently acquired smelly adhesive syndrome. So I've been not using it because you open it up and it smells like a gym locker room. It's really gross. So I have had to install Linux on a Panasonic Chatbook. It was one that we looked at on stream a couple of months ago, I think, at this point, where we cleaned it up. It turned out that Magic Erasers worked really well on permanent marker on the keyboard. I've been using that because the battery's still good in that somehow. But I put KDE Neon on that last night, and it's been running great. That's like a Core 2 Duo, so Neon should run great on these, assuming we can get it to boot. So I think it'd be kind of fun to see how many of these we can get working and throw KDE Neon on them. So, what's the challenge? What is halting my progress? Well, you can see I've got 3 machines here. I picked these up on eBay for anywhere between $25 and $35. As you can probably imagine, they did not come with hard drives. However, most of them also did not come with hard drive cables. The Mac Mini, if you've never been inside one of these more modern Mac Minis, has a hard drive cable that goes from SATA to a board-to-board connector on a Flex PCB. So they're real annoying and real impossible to get your hands on. And between these 3 machines, I think I've got 2 cables. One is a primary and one is a secondary. And I don't know if we can get these to boot off their secondary drives. If we can, I think we can get 2 working machines out of this pile. If not, we're going to have one machine that's got all of the goodies stuffed in it with 2 drives, and I guess it'll just be the Uber Mini, I guess, or something like that. So that's what we're dealing with. Oh no, Trina's here. Trina's trying to sell me a thin client. Oh no. I think you tried to sell me that one earlier, but it's even older than the ones I have already. I have a lot of thin clients. Ian says, I'm pretty sure I've gotten a Mac Mini to boot from the secondary drive if it's the only one installed. I really hope so. I did mess with these a little bit a couple of years ago when I first assembled them. I didn't have a lot of luck with it, but I was trying to boot macOS on them, which is, honestly, it's not worth it. Not worth it on these old things. Especially if Neon ends up running on these really nicely. So, to get into a Mac Mini, obviously you've got the weird plastic bumper case on the bottom. But you can see that there's a little, if that'll render, there you go. You can see there's a little lock and unlock icon on the bottom. If this will focus. Come on, camera. You can barely see it. There it is. It's a lock and unlock icon. So you take this and you turn it, and that unlocks the bottom. It comes off. Sorta. There we go. And that gets you into the Mac Mini. It's not a lot to it. Like I said, it's all mobile hardware. So I think we need to take stock of what we've got, because I sure don't remember. It's been years. I don't remember which ones of these are actually good and not. I don't know why that one has tape over the top of it. I guess we'll find out. And that's it. That's what we're going to do this stream. So these, as far as display outputs, we've got HDMI and mini DisplayPort through a Thunderbolt connector. Also FireWire 800, but that's not super useful these days. I don't have any FireWire gear. FireWire completely passed me by. I was using Macs back when FireWire was a thing, and I heard lots of great things about FireWire. Like there's, you plug in a FireWire hard drive, and it was like night and day versus anything else. And then USB 2.0 came along. Nobody really remembers FireWire. Oh, let's see. I've got some. Yes. Mini DisplayPort to HDMI dongle adapters. So I think that's what we're going to use to get display out into the capture card. So we'll plug this in here. Be ready for that. I guess the first thing we should do, I think this one has 8 gigs of RAM. Oh boy. I think the first thing we should probably do is power these on and see if any of them work. So let's plug in display on there. Get my latest rant on modern connectors, how much I don't like them. I am of course using my wonderful LED sail, my wonderful LED sail mouse. The only clever thing that it does is it stores the USB dongle thingy in the bottom, and it's magnetic. Woo! Which is cool. If I can not drop this thing, we'll be in a good place. All right, mouse and keyboard. I think this keyboard works. Do you work? I thought I charged this one up. Guess we'll find out in a minute. I don't think it does work. This might be real quick. I might have to go get a keyboard. Let me see. So one of the things I've really taken to lately is getting these USB rechargeable batteries. So this one's actually lithium ion. Somehow they pack a lithium ion cell in here, and a buck converter, and a charging circuit. It's kind of cool. Pretty impressive. Let's see if these are charged. Aha, we've got a light. That's good. Excellent. Okay. So let's see if this thing works. There's a disc in there. I don't know if it's an original disc or if this is the one that I actually got to function. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Let's flip over to the capture card and see what this thing does. Okay. Michael Harbuck is here. Hello, welcome to the stream. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take stock of all 3 of these and see what happens when we turn them on. So plugged in, we don't get anything. That's probably good. Promising start. Will it boot? I should probably just plug this straight into the HDMI. I'm going to guess that the DisplayPort isn't going to work. Thank you, Tiny Show Dragons here. Thank you, I appreciate it. I always forget to do my stream title. Alright, I'm going to switch this to... Turn this off and switch it back to native HDMI. Will this reach? Yes, it will. Okay, try that again. All right. Come on. That looks like a whole lot of nothing. Okay, well, my sticky notes. Oh yeah, trying to get some pencil lead out of this mechanical pencil. This is the one that I use for straightening CPU pins. There's no pencil lead in that. No pencil lead in that. Where did I put my... There it is. It's buried. No, that's not it. It's another beige cylinder. Where the heck is my... I had a brown Sharpie here that I used for marking on Post-it notes. What did I do with it? I love this. This is great. Super organized. Alright. Let me get the emergency Sharpie. The emergency Sharpie was not in the correct location. So this is the problem with, like, cleaning things, packing, and getting ready to move, is that I lose track of everything in my apartment. So I'll mark this down as a Chimes no video. I think I remember why this chimes with no video. We'll find out in a minute when we tear all these apart. Okay. So there's number one. Chimes no video. Number two, it's the packing tape on it. Probably open this up and see if it's okay to turn on. Because who knows? Not a lot in there. No drive. No drive cable. Oh. CPU fan is not mounted correctly. Well, let's see what it does. Does it blow up? Who knows? Plug in video, plug in mouse. Plug in keyboard. Plug in power. Okay. It's got a goodie at the bottom of it. I don't know what that is. Well, that's a no boot. It gives me 3 beeps. I don't know if you can hear that, but maybe if I keep my voice down. Yeah, you hear that? I get 3 beeps. It blinks the power light with each beep. Dave's Vintage Apple Tech is saying memory. Okay, well, what do we got in here? There's a stick of RAM in it. It's DDR3. Does it need a special kind? I have no idea. Okay. RAM, maybe. Well, let's see if it does the same thing with no RAM installed in it. No. It does 1 beep with no RAM installed. Just 1. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That one will get marked as beeps. I guess I'll mark it as sad beeps. Maybe we are only going to get 1 good one out of this. I thought 2 of these worked. This is missing something that's letting this. Oh. Oh, I see what happened. The tab on the back fell off of the cover. So it's got 2 more tabs, right? Here and here, that's supposed to slide into. But those tabs have been removed from the case. So yeah, the cover on this one doesn't go back on. Wow. Nice. All right, number 2 is sad beeps. Open this one up and make sure it's not going to blow up when we turn it on. That looks a little more normal. There appears to be a drive in there. So I've lost track of which one of these is the mouse, which one is the keyboard. That's good. Off to a good start. Okay, turn this one on. The power LED slowly turns on, then turns off. So we've got 3 dead Mac Minis. Okay. I swear some of these worked not that long ago. Maybe this is going to be a more interesting stream than I thought. Oh boy. Alright. Well, let's start by digging into this one, because who knows what's wrong with it. Man, oh man. Alright. Wild. Trina says, try the memory from the one with no video in the beeping one. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try that. Before we dig into this one. Game. I've forgotten how to take these apart anyway. I'll have to look at a guide. Not a thing. Not a thing at all. Alright. Sad beeps. It's gonna get the RAM from no video. Come on, you. There we go. So this is... Who knows? I think it's 4 gigs per stick, but it's not marked as far as speed or voltage. I know these use DDR3, but don't know anything else. I think they're supposed to be used like LP DDR3? Supposed to be, or DDR3L? Something like that. It's supposed to be low power DDR3. Alright, the RAM from no video into the sad beeps. If this one works, we'll have to like transfer it from one case to the other. That'd be fun. If you can see what I'm doing, I can't see what I'm doing. That's the most difficult part of filming something like this. This poor CPU cooler. Is this even plugged in? Yes, okay, thank God. It is actually plugged in. Jeez. I think the one that says USB receiver is my mouse. Okay, this is sad beeps. With RAM from no video. Here we go. Chime! Michael Harbach asks, i3 or Core 2 models? These are Sandy Bridge i5s, so they're mobile i5s. 2 cores, 4 threads. I think they're like the i5 2410, something like that. 2410M. No video out of this one either. That's annoying. Ford asks, are they SODIMMs? They are. SODIMMs are these. SODIMMs are my favorite memory slot, and yes, I'm enough of a nerd to have a favorite memory slot type. That's fair. That's fair. Maybe try bypassing the capture card. I don't have an easy way to do that while we're in the middle of a stream, unfortunately. I have not had a problem with getting a video out of something this modern on the capture card. So I don't think the capture card is the problem. We can try, though, is we can plug the HDMI back in, see if that wakes it up. No. I've got a DisplayPort HDMI adapter. There we go. DisplayPort HDMI adapter works. So this one boots and is looking for its drive. That's a plus. Okay. Yeah, see, like I said, it's not going to be the capture card. As much as I complain about this capture card, its problem is non-16 by 9 low resolutions. It doesn't like 640 by 480. For whatever reason, it doesn't like. Sometimes it doesn't like 720p, but like 1080p, 1440p, 4K, no problem. All right, so this one boots with good RAM. So I wonder what's. I wonder if no video will boot if we plug in the DisplayPort. Maybe I didn't wait long enough. Alright, so that one is doing stuff. How about no video? It seems weird that it would chime and then give no video. Get in there. Guess we know we need to use the DisplayPort cable. Okay. Does no video suddenly give us video? It's a Mac Mini, not an Apple Plus. Not an Apple Plus. It's not an Apple II Plus, that's for sure. No video continues to not provide video. Now, of course, it decides it wants to provide video. Okay, so we have video over the HDMI on this one, but not the DisplayPort. That makes sense. Sure, okay. So I guess two of these do work, technically. Good lord, okay. Well, I guess it's time to take inventory of these things and see what we have. Because the super sad one that does boot, like, it's gonna need some casework, because it's missing a whole bunch of its case. This one doesn't do anything. Does it have any RAM in it? Can I use that? It does have RAM in it. It has 4 gigs RAM, two 2GB sticks. Good lord. Oh, Apple has always been stingy with RAM. Okay. Let me see if I have any more DDR3 SODIMMs. I don't think I do, but I'm gonna give it a look. Oh boy. I just realized I have something that has some DDR3 SODIMMs in it. I'm probably not going to be using in the near future. My stinky MacBook. As far as my DDR3 SODIMM supply goes, I've got 4 rather sad sticks. 1 4GB, 1 2GB, and 1 1GB stick. So, not the most useful. Let's see. What do we got in chat here? Bad beat might be bad RAM slot. Maybe. That's perfectly possible. God Bomb says I want my money back. That's not Linkin Park. Well, you know, with a title like that, you know you paid top dollar for your copy of Linkin Park. All right, so this is functional, but no disc. Well, which is weird because it's got a disc in it, so I don't know what's going on there. I guess. Okay, well maybe let's try holding down Option, see what happens. Can we get it to check the other disc? There's something in there. I don't know what, but there's something in there. Is it gonna not give me video now? So this one's persnickety. It doesn't want to give me video this time. What if I unplug it and plug it back in? Does that make it happier? No. Watsax is switch video ports. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. This is so weird. There's the display port. Why? Oh my gosh. Let's try this if I turn on my mouse. There we go. Internet recovery. It does not see whatever's in there. Let's see if it sees the KDE Neon thumb drive. It does. What happens if we boot from it? That looks promising. Okay, I'll take that. I don't know why I have to keep switching the ports on it, but alright. This is literally just, this is just the latest version of KDE Neon User. I just downloaded it, wrote it to this flash drive with Rufus in DD mode. You could just write this with Balena Etcher. Apparently it's perfectly fine to boot this thing. See if it ends up loading up or not. Tarina. So I tried doing haiku on my Toughbook, which is somewhere. It's currently running Neon. The thing about haiku on that machine is that it completely locks up. As soon as it tries to load the graphical user interface, it just locks up completely. This is taking a long time to load Neon. Like I have this installed on like a 1.6 gigahertz Core 2 Duo, and it boots faster than this. So I'm wondering what's going on. Oh, there you go. Hit escape for the verbose mode. Not a lot of verbosity in verbose mode. I suppose we can try it. And give haiku a try on this thing. What? Ron, what does that mean? Is Ukraine our largest producer of neon in the world? I don't know. That's a fact I might not actually know. Alright, let me see if I can get Haiku loaded up here. Just for Trina, which is weird, because yeah, it's usually me who does the Haiku stuff. While we wait for this to boot. I don't think this is going to boot. This seems to be unhappy with something. So, on the other machines I've booted Neon on, usually if it gets stuck here, it doesn't like one of the drives. I'm wondering if the SSD or hard drive that's in this thing is dead. And that's what's giving it problems. Okay. Writing out a Haiku boot disk. Yeah, I don't think this is going to boot. Oh, here we go. It just sat there for a long time. Okay. It's certainly booting. Like this runs okay on GMA 45 or on what is it, GMA 4500? Whatever the awful mobile chipset Intel graphics were, it runs fine on it. Let's get that out of there. I guess we'll see if we can boot Haiku on it. Oh, look at that. That is KDE Neon. It just took forever. There we go. I'm guessing... No, it was not as verbose as we were hoping. Well, let's see. What is even plugged into this thing? That is very small. Is this running at like 1440p? What are you running at? Let's open the system settings. Display. 1680 by 1050. Uh-huh, sure. What? Let's even do this. That works. 1366 by 768. That's a little more readable on screen. 1680 by 1050. Okay. Let's see. We've got SDA and SDB. How are there two drives in this thing? SDA. Oh, I'm not root. That's why. That would do it. Give me a root console. Thank you. Sudo make me a sandwich. Let's see. Dev SDA. Nope. Helps if I type the right thing. Disk. Thank you. What we got on here? An ADATA SU635. What do you want to bet that's dead? I will bet that it's dead. Let's do that to SDB as well. Is this the USB disk? This disk is currently in use. Alright. What do you got? Oh yeah, this is totally the USB disk. So SDB is the USB. Let's see if we can make that ADATA SSD dance. How about that? I doubt it, but let's try. I guess I'll just run the installer and see if it can install to it. This certainly won't have unforeseen consequences. Tiny Toy Dragons. Interesting time zone the clock has chosen. I have no idea what this clock was set to. I don't know if this thing actually operated previously. Oh, you know what I wanted to see, actually? What do we have in here for hardware? Console, LSPCI. What's in this thing? Because there are a couple of flavors of Mac Mini, the late 2011s. What do we got? What do we got? Hey, VGA compatible controller, advanced micro devices. Turks. That sounds like, yeah, that sounds like Terascale. Heck yeah. So this thing's got the discrete graphics in it. So system's not connected to the internet. It's true. Can you even connect to the internet? Because I'm guessing the Apple Wi-Fi in here is going to say no bueno to being used in Linux. Wi-Fi. What did I call mine? Will you connect to it? No. Well, I always do this. Take the cheap way out. Plug it into the wall. Ta-da! Let's see what we get. Erase disk. If I can type, this keyboard is atrocious. That is not how you spell subscribe. Subscribe. There we go. We'll put in a super secure password here. I can type. I can't type. Okay. Oh, all right, well, let's see. I want to see if we can get anything going on this thing. Especially if it's got the discrete graphics built in. Super Tux cart. So what about the other one? This one doesn't do anything. I wonder if this one's the power supply. Everything else inside this machine, this is the one that doesn't do anything. It just turns the power light on, turns it right back off. The case and the internals are perfect. So I wonder if we can transfer Sad Beeps into this one, because Sad Beeps is like missing some of its like case mounting pegs and the fan is falling out. Maybe we can get out of this with 2 working Mac Minis. Maybe. So while this installs, because this is going to be super boring, I'm going to switch back to the desk cam here. Dun dun. All right. Maybe plop this over so it doesn't fall over on me. Relax. Let's do your thing right over there. So this is the one that doesn't do anything at all. It has 4 gigs of RAM in it, 2 2GB sticks. Unbelievable. Get out of there. The case, though, is like basically perfect. It's like there's hardly even any dust in the fan. So this thing, I think, makes a good candidate for swapping with the internals of Sad Beeps here, which is falling apart. I mean, literally falling apart. There's like pieces of case like clear taped into the case. Oh my gosh. Yes, I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's see if we can get 2 of these things working. That'd be pretty great. Trina says it could have been the disk had been erased. Yeah, that's certainly possible. Absolutely. So this thing is just held in with that screw. Which I think is some kind of like diabolically small Torx screw, I think. Not a T6. It's too small for a T5, or a T5 is too small for it. Okay, what are you? Oh, that's not Torx. Haha! That's not Torx. Okay, how about you? You're actually Torx T8. That's too big. T7, too big. T6, just right. Okay, that's Torx T6. Let's get that out of here. Yeah, exactly. Dave says 2 for 3. I think that's probably fine, you know? Especially if one of them You know, the one that we're putting Neon on right now, especially if that's, you know, got the discrete graphics in it, you can play some games on it. I mean, not super sophisticated games, but you can play some games on it. Okay, and from this point forwards, I'm going to need the disassembly guide from iFixit, because I don't remember how to get this thing open. I've got the little tool for, like, I think it goes in here and, like, lets you, like, lever it open. Oh yeah, no, it definitely goes in there. Oh yeah, no, it totally does. And it does the thing. I think I gotta get the power supply out first. Let me check the guide. iFixit Mac Mini. Yep. Nope, we're past the fan. Hard drive. So I don't think... Well, maybe you can get the hard drive out of here without removing everything. Heatsink definitely requires removal of everything. Definitely. Okay. Where's the... yeah, the Wi-Fi grate, which doesn't exist on this one because it's been butchered. Okay. Oh, no, the motherboard comes out and then the power supply. Okay. So yeah, this is literally like iFixit sells this little thing. It's like a super heavy duty paperclip. It goes into these little tiny holes in the PCB. They're not even vias. There's no, there's no solder mask or anything around these. And you just literally like push on it and it just levers the whole thing out. It's wild. Okay, so we need to get the power connector out of there. That's it. There it is. Look at that. Easy as that. Beautiful. Neon is going to sleep on me. Why is Neon going to sleep? Oh, Neon's finished. Nice. Let's go ahead and switch back to this so I can see what the heck it's saying. All done. Cool. So reboot now. And it should prompt for removing the USB. Maybe. There we go. Remove the installation media. Press enter. Bam. Ta-da! Alright, come on, baby. We bootin'. I didn't even have to switch the display port. That's promising. Look at that. Oh, that's quick. Nice. This is not running the resolution we were running at setup. So what is this back to like 1680 by 1050 or something? I think it is. Yep, it's back to 1680 by 1050. Let's do 1366. Seems to work pretty well. And all y'all can see it. I say it works pretty well, and then it completely borks. I hit escape. Oh, there we go. Get back to the original resolution. Okay, so maybe straight up 720p. Will you work with that? Yes, okay. Cool. We'll do 720p. That's fine. It's very bright, so let's make it dark mode. There we go. And since we're not on a screen, we're on a capture card, I'm going to see if I can change our anti-aliasing. No. Maybe they call it font smoothing. No. Come on, I thought you could do this. I swear I set this on my home theater PC. Yeah, here we go, subpixel rendering. Do none. Close the app and reopen it. Should look a lot better. Yeah, much more readable. There we go. So yeah, welcome to KDE Neon. It's honestly, I kind of like this OS. This is basically Ubuntu, but with all of KDE's like bleeding edge software on top of it. We've got KDE Plasma running on Wayland. All of KDE's newest apps are on here. KDE Connect out of the box if you want to do syncing with your Android phone. It's pretty nice. I like it. Let's throw... I just downloaded this ISO, so hopefully there aren't a whole bunch of updates to do. What I want to do, though, is I want to get SuperTuxKart on here, because I think that'd be funny. So, there's SuperTuxKart. Doesn't run too badly on this, honestly. Like, that's not terrible. Of course there are updates. 41 updates. Thank you so much. All right, let's see if we can just get this installed. My super secure password. Oh yeah, yeah, Ian. So I don't know if you're familiar with like the KDE, the K desktop environment. It's been around for ages, ages and ages. I think they started in the mid '90s. So it basically, like, the two big desktop projects on Linux are KDE and GNOME. And honestly, I kind of love KDE. GNOME has always been kind of clunky to me. So Neon's kind of an interesting pull because Ubuntu ships with GNOME, but KDE Neon basically rips all of that out and replaces it with the very latest, like, bleeding edge KDE stuff. I think it's great. Like I said, I've been using it on 2 machines, and it's been nice. It's been a pretty smooth user experience. Really decent software support. I mean, it's built on top of Ubuntu. Like, Ubuntu is one of your best, like, easy to use Linux distributions that are out there. All right, I want to see what this tiny mobile terascale GPU can do with SuperTuxKart. I think it'd be funny. Let's see what happens. This will be hilarious. Or sad, or both. All right. Yep, fine. Yep, great. Let's do offline account. Yep. I need to change the size of this window so I can actually see what's going on. Yeah, that's fine. Nope. Okay, settings are down here somewhere. Settings. Oh, here we go. Now I can change the size of the window. Okay. Settings, graphics. Okay, it likes this graphics card. That's nice. Let's just go ahead and maximize it, and let's see. I'm gonna set this to low, because, like, all right, this is probably fine. Light scattering, that's it. I don't know, I guess we'll see. Let's do single player. There's no sound. I'm not super surprised that there's no sound through the HDMI. Yeah, I don't even see like sound hardware detected. I'm not super surprised. I don't even know if Terrascale can do it. I think it can. All right, normal race. Let's do. I love Ravenbridge. It's really funny. It's got a very Mario Kart feel to it. Ooh, that's not bad. That runs pretty okay. Oh, I got a penalty. That runs pretty okay, honestly. I mean, it's 720p, but still. I'm impressed. So if the last time you played Super Tux Kart was like back in the 90s, definitely give it another try, because it's kind of gotten next level. Like there's some actual like I would play this over Mario Kart, honestly. This is pretty great. It's just as goofy, it's just as competitive, especially in multiplayer. Oh no. Nope, that's the wrong way. No. I kind of love it. Oh, I hit the banana. Darn it. Hi, absolutely, Tiny Toy Dragon. I would love to play some Super Tux Kart together sometime. I kind of dig it. I forget what I was doing some work for a video, and I forget what system I was using, but I wanted to see what it would do on Linux. And like, what do you test for Linux gaming, for native Linux gaming? You test Super Tux Kart. And I played through this level, and I was like, oh, this is pretty great, actually. This is surprisingly polished for, an open source game. I don't remember the controls. There's a turbo button. I don't remember what it is. I know space will actually use my weapon. So like there's my fly swatter. But I don't remember how to make the turbo work. So take the upper path on this one this time. We've got a turbo, that's good. I'll hit that while I collect these. Maybe I won't. Apparently I missed it. This runs pretty okay. I'm quite surprised. I don't have a frame rate counter, but it feels pretty smooth. Like there's some parts of the track that dip under 60, obviously, but like for some stretches, it feels like it's going 60 FPS. This is kind of impressive. All right, final lap. I'm completely and utterly destroying all of the AI opponents. So shocking, I know. Like I put them on normal difficulty though. It's not super surprised. Take this lower path because it's real fun. Okay, good to know. The cupcake explodes. Take a shield, thank you. Most of the weapons are pretty self-explanatory. Apparently, though, the cupcake is a bomb. Good to know. Oh, what's this? Artist debug mode for Super Tux Kart. That's interesting. It even has achievements. Come on. How can you not love it? Okay, well that runs really nicely, honestly. And this whole time we were running in a window. Like that's not bad. And Apple says it's not enough GPU to run Photoshop. Heck off, Apple. We'll just run Linux on it. It's pretty great. Okay, so this one I'm gonna just bundle up and say it's working. Shut this buddy down. And we'll work on transferring the guts of the other one into the good case. Cool! That's awesome! That's so good! Tyler asks, how does Proton run? I imagine it would be fine. Like it's a mobile Sandy bridge, so like you're not gonna be able to run like super modern stuff on it. And the GPU is only DX10, so I don't know how much, modern stuff you're gonna be able to get to run on it, but for basic things, it certainly seems more than capable. Yeah, that is just a proprietary Wi-Fi, isn't it? That sucks. Ah, unfortunate. All right, so what is this one? Let's pop the heatsink off this thing and see what we're working with. So this is the SAD beeps that booted with the different RAM. So let's see what this thing is. I think it's just a plain old Intel integrated graphics. I'll take that, thank you. Oh, the second one of these drivers. I didn't realize I did. Ah, it's not quite big enough. It's a weird size. I think it is a T9 Torx. Doesn't quite feel like it's the right size, but I guess we'll make it work. Alright, what are you? I do have a replacement tube of Arctic Silver 5, so we should be fine. I'm popping this off. So these three, well, that's not connected with anything, I don't think. Where is it? No, it is. Just gotta run the screwdriver through it. Okay, sure. Okay, then this one, completely different size, because of course it is. Let's see if, come on, let's see if this one works. Yes, that is the right size. That's gone forever. Oh, that is some gross thermal paste. Oh, hang on. No, this is double. This one's double. You take off the one screw and you get another screw. Your reward for undoing one screw is to undo a second screw. That's gross. Yikes. Alright, there we go. It is gross thermal paste, but it's not holding it on that hard. Okay, the speaker assembly needs to come off of here. That is... It's like a comedy of errors. Speaker assembly is screwed into the Wi-Fi, because that makes sense. And the speaker assembly, for no good reason, has a little plastic tab that covers over the top of the heatsink assembly. So you gotta take that out for the heatsink to be removed. Unbelievable. The lengths Apple will go to make repair harder. We have another screw in here? We do. There's one more screw. Missed one in the corner. It's halfway out already. Jeez. Okay. All right, I think that's just CPU and chipset. I don't think that's anything special, but let me grab a paper towel. We've got some IPA over here too. Okay. What do we got? Blank. Lovely. Oh, hello. We got another special one. That says AMD on it. These are supposed to be the more delicate machines because they suffer from the same problem that the Xbox 360 did back in the day, where the GPU just gets too hot and it like desolders itself. Especially since these are existing in, super small form factor cases like this, and they have, mobile heat sinks to keep them cool. Versus the 360's enormous fan and heatsink assembly. That is totally blank. AMD. We've got another one with the discrete graphics on board. It's pretty cool. This definitely deserves to go into a nicer case. So we get some of this extra thermal paste off of here. This stuff is grody. Grody. Oh, man. I think, if I remember right, the reason the 2011 was kind of a cool Mac Mini is I think it was the last, if it wasn't the last, it was one of the last Mac Minis to have discrete graphics on board. So I think after this, they just threw in whatever Intel integrated graphics and, you know, tried to ship it as an improvement over discrete. Which, I mean, okay, sure. From a software writing perspective, integrated graphics are wonderful. They're a breeze. You get to have pretty easy access between the GPU and the CPU and the RAM areas that they share. Much simpler to move data structures between the CPU and the GPU. When it's, you know, on the same die. But most of us don't care. We just want our GPU to be fast enough to play games. Because that's what they're there for. The copper on this heatsink is terrible. Definitely just cast and then soldered on. I don't... And there's horizontal streaks that suggest that it had at least a cursory, like, leveling pass on a CNC. They don't feel smooth, though. They sure don't feel smooth. Alright. Let's get some of the dust off of this heatsink. There we go. Cool. I guess everything else here can stay. RAM. What RAM are we putting in this? We're gonna put... Oh yeah, I don't know if the power supply is bad in the other one. I should try and pop this power supply out. Gutbomb asks, have you played with any ARC cards yet? I have. They're okay. They can't run a direct attached VR headset. That's my main gripe with them. And like, I know everybody likes to joke that like, oh yeah, there's like 5 people in the world that care about VR, but there's actually a pretty large VR community that's being extremely underserved these days because all the VC, all the venture capital has pretty much abandoned VR since they realized you can't just call something terrible a metaverse and then make money off of it. Is that what is there's like floating pins in the bottom of this thing. What happened to this computer? What did you do in your past life? Oh my god. Let's see, I think I have to move this connector, if I remember right. I'm gonna go look at the guide again. Yeah, right? Exactly. Like, there's a ton of people. You're not alone, Gutbomb. There's a ton of people that I know who are like, I would really like a faster video card than my, you know, GTX 970 for VR, but I can't justify the prices everyone wants for GPUs right now. And I'm weird about, you know, wary about buying used, which is perfectly understandable. Really, the only good valued GPU out there right now is Arc, and Arc doesn't do VR. At some point, I may pick up a B570. Since it's only $200, I can probably stump that and try it see if I can get like streaming VR from like for like an Oculus Quest, because those, like a Pico or a Quest, doesn't connect to your video card the same way that like a Vive or an Index connects to your video card. So maybe those will work. Maybe. I've heard of people having success with Arc Alchemist and streaming headsets, so maybe. Where the heck is that guide? How do I get the power supply out of here? Power supply. This is not going to tell me how to get the power supply out, because this is looking at the heatsink. Power supply. The one feature on this mouse that I actually really like, that I thought I wouldn't care about, is you can unclick the scroll wheel. You just I don't know if I can even show this, but you click and unclick the scroll wheel, so when it's unclicked, it's just freewheeling. It's kind of nice for getting through long web pages, honestly. Like, if what I need is right at the bottom of this web page, it's pretty nice. Okay, I got the silver AC and socket retainer out. Rotate it 90 degrees. Oh, that's what it is. You gotta take this. You take this and rotate it. That's how it comes out of there. That unlocks the power supply, and the power supply should just slide out, I think. Yeah? Yeah, maybe? Oh, mostly. Yeah. Come on. There we go. It's like weird 3D origami. I guess origami is technically 3D, but this poor case, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe it's good for aluminum scrap. See if they'll recycle it. This thing, my Fartbook Pro. God, it smells bad. I suppose I can harvest the RAM out of this and put it in one of these. This needs Phillips to get the bottom case off. This is the 2012 MacBook Pro, so it's super easy to get open. It's just these screws along the edge. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Oh! Tiny Toy Dragon got itself a food thermometer, and it came with a Puxel. Incredible! It's a small world. John says this brings back memories. The spin to lock power connector, the little metal clip. You worked on a lot of Mac Minis, huh? I'm so sorry. GUC fan says, now I just heard Dankpod saying, oh, my Puxel in my head. Alright, have a good one, little dragon. I will catch you later. It is that time already. It really is. Yeah, we've been going for almost 2 hours already. 2 hours in and I'm tearing apart the MacBook Pro. This is a good stream. It's great. Everything's going fine. There we go. That screw did not want to come out of there. Like, I'm gonna put this in a box with some other laptops, but like, is this gonna make all my other laptops smell like farts? So annoying. There we go. Yeah, no, it's this. It's like the glue on like this plastic stuff. Oh, it smells so bad. Oh, oh. Okay, let's get the RAM out of this thing. Maybe the SSD too. Yeah, it's all right. It's an inland half gig. Let's get that. Let's get the SSD out of there too. More SO-DIMMs for Forages. Yeah, we got some lovely SO-DIMMs. Yeah, no, now this thing's open, it's starting to smell like BO in here. It's so gross. Oh, God, this is annoying. Get out of there. The RAM is technically replaceable, but you gotta use sputters to get it out. Good lord. Why? Oh, don't tell me I have to take the battery out to get the RAM out. Are you? No, I refuse. Another take out the speaker to get the heatsink out situation. I refuse. Just give me the RAM. Gimme. 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 There we go. Yeah, because there's a dumb tab right there that's just tall enough to make it a pain in the butt to get the RAM out. Screw you, Apple. Ugh. So annoying. Literally did not have to make that annoying. Let's do... At least all these are Phillips heads. And they're not like 3 different kinds of Torx screw. That seems to be captive. So leave that one there. You just come out of there. Are you going to be nice? Foratus quietly appreciates the SO-DIMMs. Okay, yeah, no, that was fairly painless. Honestly, not the worst. Need to use too much sputter, though. Oh, come on. Get this thing off of here without tearing this cable. Oh, this thing smells so bad. Oh my god. Oh, putting the cover back on this thing and never thinking about it again. Oh, it sucks. I love this machine. It was so nice. It was cheap. It ran modern apps. It was really nice. It was way zippier than it had any right to be. It was died by farts. I'll never forgive you, Apple. You keep killing all of my loves. No. Get in there. It's really nice to have magnetic screws when you're removing them. It's a pain in the butt to have them when you're trying to put them back in. All right, 4 screws, good enough. Oh, you're going to recycling. Gugh. Okay, so what did we get out of that? Where did I put the SODIMs? There they are. We've got, ooh, that's good. We've got 2 8-gig sticks for 16 gigs. DDR3, DDR3L SODIMs. So, I kind of want to put one of each 8-gig stick into each of these machines. They're both, yeah, they both have the discrete graphics. They both booted. I guess we didn't really test this one. I think, I'm trying to remember. I think if the discrete graphics die on these, it'll still use the internal graphics. The CPU integrated graphics, I think. You can see on the underside of the board, there's the GDDR whatever VRAM built in. Yeah, no, exactly. Forja says it's a shame the glue is smelly because the inside looks quite clean. I've had it for a couple of years. It's been running beautifully, and now, as soon as you open it up and turn it on, it smells like a gym locker. It's the worst. It is the worst. Apparently, it's every like glued on safety pad on the inside. All the adhesive just starts to go. A couple of folks have been like, "Oh God, it's coming from the battery. The battery's dying." It's actually the glue on the bottom of the battery. It's the adhesive that's used to keep the battery in place. And it's not the only part that smells. Oh, this is super goopy. Oh, gross. Okay, there we go. It's just like, I could spend like several days like just fully disassembling it and getting all the glue out, but like there's glue inside the screen, there's glue under the keyboard, there's glue in the battery. I mean, on the flip side of the battery. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It's such a good machine. It still works great. It smells so bad. Ugh. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. At least, these don't smell. Oh. We are living in the worst timeline. Planned obsolescence means your computer smells like a locker room after 10 years. Like, I don't know if it's actually like, I don't know if it's actually planned. I don't know how much planning actually goes into planned obsolescence. Usually it's pretty obvious, the things that are actually like planned obsolescence. It's software updates that suddenly no longer support your hardware. Stuff like that. The adhesive seems to me like maybe Apple tried a different type of adhesive. Maybe they were trying to score some green points. Who knows, but I don't think when they put that adhesive in there that they were thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna smell like a gym locker in 10 years. I think for the same reason, if any of you are familiar with the melting dashboards of the Toyota Camry. It's a similar situation. They switched their glue on their dashboard material. You know, Toyota's forever had this reputation for these really nice plush dashboards. You know, a mark of Toyota quality. You know, soft touch dash. And then suddenly these cars that were parked in the sun down here in the Sun Belt would start to get the dashboard would start to melt. Well, what was happening is that the adhesive underneath that was holding, you know, the covering, which is basically vinyl, and then the foam inside that gave it the soft touch feel, and then the plastic that it was all, you know, that mounted it to the car. That adhesive would start to break down in the heat, and it would start to leach upwards through the foam, and then eventually it would come up through the vinyl. It's disgusting. But I think it was another case of that where I don't think they planned on that happening. It's just one of those things that happens when objects exist on Earth. Sometimes unexpected things happen when objects exist on Earth. Now, what is up with this speaker? It goes over the top of this. This gets a normal size screw to go down in there. And the speaker goes over the top of it and gets a screw that fits inside it? Yeah, that's weird. Yo, dog. I heard you like screws. I put some screws inside your screws. Oh, that's the weirdest thing. Where did I put my other screwdriver? Where did I put my other screwdriver? Welcome to a Tech Ambrosia stream where suddenly Amber loses a screwdriver and spends 10 minutes trying to find it. I just used it to put the MacBook back together. What the heck? Oh, welcome to my life. There it is. Don't know why I put it there. Couldn't tell ya. Exactly. And like the thing is, you know, everybody who looks at you know, the state of Apple laptop repair is like, go buy a framework. And like, I hate to tell you, I'm not buying either, because I can't afford either of those things. They're both ridiculously expensive. Like, I guess if I had... Is that the little one? That is the little one. If I had the money to buy, you know, to drop on a $1,500 to $2,000 laptop, like, okay. But yeah, I would probably go for a framework over an Apple product, honestly, these days. The thing is, like, it's less of a question of like what would I buy for a laptop, because the actual answer is I wouldn't. I hate laptops. I will resist buying a laptop until I absolutely am forced to buy one, at which point I'll usually get something used. Because I just don't want to deal with, I think that's the screw. I just don't want to deal with the you have no upgrade path and there's no repairability. I don't like laptops. But I'm also acutely aware that I am, oh, please go in there. Please go into where you're supposed to go. Why am I screwing a screw into a screw? This is so dumb. That one doesn't go in there. I lost the screw that goes into this screw. I'm also acutely aware, keenly aware, acutely aware, something like that. I'm very aware that I'm an elder millennial, and interacting with the internet for me, wasn't a constant. I grew up without the internet, and for me, doing stuff on the internet means doing it on a desktop computer. That's what I grew up with. But a lot of people these days grew up with laptops, and that's just what they use. Their whole life is built around laptops. They do computing on the couch, or they've got a desk that mostly has nothing on it because they just plop their laptop on it and work on their laptop. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not the life I live. Where's this stupid screw that goes into this screw? It's not this one. Oh, heck this. I can just harvest it from this one. Because this one doesn't do anything. Most of these pieces are going to go into this. I think we're just going to move over this logic board, and we'll just transfer everything out of this machine. Okay, so let's do the big move. These are what? It's a different, yet one more different size of Torx, really? Not really? Yes, really? Yeah, it's one more different type of Torx. Oh my god. Take a long walk off a short pier. Let's see. Yep, one more different size of Torx. Yeah, that's fair. Joe says when I need a laptop, I need it for work, and for that, Lenovo. Yeah. And like that's exactly, you can barely see it in the corner there, but that's what my day job gives me for a laptop. Lenovo. Because it just does the thing. Relatively little drama. Okay, they're not captive, that's good to know. So why aren't you coming out of there? Come on. I'm gonna have to go read the guide again. Yep, alright. Metal chassis. Alright, starting from the top. Oh, they pull the fan first. Interesting. Slightly lift the antenna plate from the end closest to the ram. Okay. And I think we're gonna have to take the fan off this thing first. This over here. Move this up so y'all can see it. Just like that. And I'll scooch in here so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I've taken off the screws for the antenna plate already. iFixit says get the fan out first. So we're going to do that. Fairly straightforward. Couple of screws. And this one up here. That's a long screw. Alright, and then this comes off of the board. That just pops off. Pop off or pop out? What direction do you go? Little connector. What does iFixit say? These connectors suck. Grab all the wires at once and gently pull straight up. Okay. There we go. That is a fan disconnected. Interesting to see the differences between the two. Wonder if one of these is more powerful. Oh, they do have statistics on the back. What are you? How many amps? 12 volts, half an amp, 0.6 amps. This one is Apple part number. Does not seem to have amperage rating on it. Let me double check that. That's interesting. Delta. Oh, there we go. DC 12 volts, 0.66 amps. So use a little bit more power. Interestingly, these two, the discrete graphic models have this same fan. And then this is, I think this is the integrated graphics only. Let me double check. Because I know one of these, at least one of these, is integrated graphics only. So that's interesting. Both of these will draw air from either side. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that the ones with the bigger motor housing are more powerful. Can move more air. Okay. So this is the one that didn't do anything. We're gonna use its chassis. I'm unsure about its power supply, so everything out of this machine is coming out. Just FYI, mostly to remind myself. We've got an intact cowling in here, so we'll remove that by getting the last screw on it there and pulling it out. Come on. Use a small one. Of course it does. On you. So we can get this antenna cover off of here. There we go. Oh yeah, no, they interfere. You gotta get the cowling out first, then you can get the antenna cover off. God, this is annoying. Okay. Cowling. Antenna cover. There's our antenna wire. Lovely. Alright, what's next? Alright, we've got a hard drive connector. Still intact, which is nice. That's off. Lift the IR sensor connector, which is this one. Way over here. Oh, ho, ho, ho. On some tiny wires. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay. Come on. There we go. There we go. Come on out of there. Oh my god, there we go. Done. Out and disconnected. Beautiful. Okay. Heatsink. Okay. Screw. What? It says there's a screw here. Oh yeah, yeah. It's painted black, can't see it. And then a screw over here, which looks like it's already removed. Flip this around. Screw. Yeah, that one's already out. Pulled that one already. Okay. Oh, then they want this out as well. Okay. Out, and then this is the, yep, it's levering time. Okay, where did I put my tool? There it is. Giant paperclip. Okay, I'll flip this around so you can see it. Hopefully. Hope at some point we would pull out the antenna. That'd be nice. But let's see. Can you see that? This isn't awkward at all. Yes. Okay. So here we go. Just. It sounds awful every time you do it. Every time. Oh, get out of there. Come on. Kid you not. It sounds awful every single time. Okay, so that's the logic board out. Or coming out at least. Oh yes, that's the I/O board connector. Way down here. Please come over there. Here, please. Come on, baby. You gotta drive in this thing. Walking around in here, it's making this kind of annoying to get this connector out. Oh, come on. Let's see, maybe if I get this out a little further, it'll be easier to do. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to reconnect this. Ah! I don't wanna. Get out of there. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. It's starting to disconnect. Bingo. Alright, that is out. Okay. Wi-Fi antenna is still installed. I'm gonna guess I missed the step for removing that. Yes, I did. Okay. Antenna connector comes up from its socket. In the corner. Woo! Way there. Way over there. That one. Come on. Come on. Clearly an essential step. Get off of there. Oh my god. Get off of your connector. Get. There we go. Good lord. I don't think this one's been worked on at all. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at that. We got some, we got some, Hynix and GDDR whatever. So this also has the discrete graphics on it. I guess I was hunting on eBay for discrete graphics 2011 Mac Minis. This one, though, unfortunately, I don't think this one's too happy anymore. It's real dusty on the other side of this thing. Real dusty. I don't know if you can see that, but there's quite a bit of buildup on this thing. So I think all I'm going to do is just swap this thing over. I can scavenge that screw now. Looks like I can actually screw my speaker in with the right screw. So I think I can get both now, because I can get the upper screw and the lower screw the screw that screws into. That makes sense. You feel like you're going insane? No, you're just working on some Apple hardware. It's fine. I miss the old days, is what I'm saying. I miss the old days. I made a post on somebody posted a picture of the old Atari game testing rig that Atari had back in the 70s. It was super cool. Super cool. I put a post on it, like, implying that this is why we don't have nice things. But what I meant to say is, like, because nobody tests their games anymore, clearly. You look at the size of the day one patches on most console games, clearly no one is testing their games. All right. I'm gonna pop this one off of here. Put the correct screw on here, and then put the correct screw into the correct screw. Does that make sense? There you go. 2 working Mac Minis with discrete graphics. It's gonna be awesome. So dumb. Screwing a screw into a screw. Look at that other. Okay. Come on, me. This one. I want this screw. Where did I put this screw? I thought I put it right here. Yeah, you know who needs a screw organizer? Me. Alright, this is it. Right here. There we go. And then we'll get the screw screwed into the screw. Bingo. Speaker is back where it's supposed to be. Look at that. Alright, so what I want to do, I suppose I should probably test this actually, is I want to take I want to put 12 gigs in both of these, but I don't think Sandy Bridge's memory controller is advanced enough to do dual channel with uneven sticks of memory. So maybe we just go straight to 16 gigs on this one. Oh, Trina's leaving. Have a good night, Trina. It's good to see ya. I appreciate it, everybody who's watching. I really do appreciate it. Just doing silly things with computers on the internet. Thank you for the call to action, Ron. My roundabout way of saying things, but thank you for the call to action. Yeah, if you like what I do, you know, a subscribe on YouTube wouldn't be the worst, or a follow on Twitch. I'm trying to move my way up through the Twitch ranks, and it's all gated behind number of followers, number of subscribers you have. So we'll probably do like a subscriber drive at some point. I think it'd be kind of fun to do. But yeah, for now, if you can just like and subscribe, it'd be great. I would appreciate it a lot. See if we can get this thing put back together and have a Mac Mini. 2 Mac Minis with discrete graphics. That'd be pretty great. That'd be pretty great. I'm gonna pull the power supply from this one. Dust bunnies. What is in the hard drive bay? Actually, what is in here? Will you come out nicely? Yes, you will. Yay! Oh boy, that's I think that's original spinning hard drive right there. Yikes! Woof. You know, let's put that 1/2 terabyte out of the MacBook Pro in this thing. Should work out pretty well. Be nice and quick. Looks like there's some drive mounting pegs on here. You can see that. So it's the SSD from the MacBook here. And then this only has drive mounting pegs on half of it, so I guess I'll just take the drive mounting pegs out of this. You're gonna make Torx? Of course you're Torx. Man, there's nothing to this SSD. Feels like it's mostly air. There's probably a PCB inside that's like that big. Oh yeah, look at this. I think this is the original drive. Dang. Get the sticker off of here. Not least of which because it'll probably start smelling like farts. There we go. And that's the SATA cable adapter. There we go. Nice, nice. But you can see what I mean. There's, normal SATA on one end, and then like a board-to-board connector on the other. Super fragile. Super fragile. John says the other 2 screws go in after the drives are installed. Ron says if the subscriber drive is anything like a Toyotathon, I'm gonna love it. I think it's gonna be, Ron, I think it's gonna be more like a push-pull or drag kind of a situation. Oh, alright. So this is gonna go in like, yeah. Alright. 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 Cool. Slide this in here. Slightly tight fit. There's 2 little holes in there for this to go in. Just trying to line them up. Oh, I think I accidentally got it. Okay, I think that's in there. Alright, so then we're gonna swap the power supply, that's right, because I wasn't sure about this power supply. Let's see. Let's screw out. I just put this in here, I want to take this right back out again. So I have questions about this power supply. And we know the other one, boots up the other machine, so may as well swap it over and use it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull the little metal clip in there. Rotate that. And then this just comes out. This just, I repeat, this just comes out. Yeah, there we go. Like nothing ever happened. I mean, it's impressive engineering how much stuff they managed to like squeeze into this thing, but also, good lord. Nothing else, just good lord. If you're curious about how powerful this outputs 12 volts at 7.1 amps. So, like what, 85 watts? Something like that? $75 watts? No, 85 watts. 12 volts, 7.1 amps. So like 75 watts, 85 watts. Michael Harbuck says, I hope that board and case are compatible. I think they are, because they're basically the same thing. They're both the discrete graphics boards. So I think they should be fine. They're all the same model. These are all the 2011s. Make sure I got the right one. Yep, this one's not dusty. Okay. And the RAM smells a little bit like farts. Good lord. Just gonna burn that poor MacBook. Good lord. Okay. I like that there's multiple like little divots on the inside of this case for different things to like rotate into. They were very clearly planning other things to do with this. Interesting. Alright, so power supply's in. Let's get the hard drive in real quick. Easiest to put in upside down. Lines it up with the holes really nicely. There we go. So that's in there. Let's get this power supply cable in a place where I can grab it. Alright, and then the board goes in. Okay. Alright, power supply cable. Super annoying. Zero space to grab it. That's good. It's good. Love it. Come on. Get in there. Maybe hook it. Yeah, hook it with the spudger. That makes my life a little easier. Come on. Good lord. Gotta get this in just a little bit further. Tab on the side that doesn't want to go in. There we go. Okay. This is annoying. See what I'm trying to get in here. this little pecker needs to go in this port, like right underneath the PCB. How many power cables does the Mac Mini really need? Could you have just used a Berg connector? Bet you could have just used a Berg connector. Oh, this is so annoying. Oh, I wonder if I can get this. No, I can't get it plugged in outside of the thing because I gotta screw that screw in. One stupid screw. Which I forgot to do, so I guess that's kind of moot. What if... Oh, yeah, no, because this needs to... It needs to rotate, and it can't with the board in there. Oh, it's so annoying. Asmodeus is here. Yes, RAM farts. So the RAM, if you missed it, the RAM in this Mac Mini came out of my 2012 MacBook Pro, which has developed smelly adhesive syndrome. So all of the glue in that machine now smells like farts. Gym locker room. It smells real bad. So now I'm trying to put the world's smallest power connector into the world's most annoying motherboard. Come on. Almost there. Oh, part of my problem is I was plugging into the wrong thing. Okay. There we go. Plugged in. Oh, I still forgot to do that stupid screw, though. Darn it. Blast it. Okay, that is this one. Come on, get in there. There we go. Alright. So this isn't quite as bad as I thought it was. That's cool. I guess I'll put that in later. If you look down in there, you see the power connector there is like a rectangle. It's sort of a dark gray rectangle hanging off the bottom of the PCB. This connector does actually just slide in there. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I didn't have a good look at it while I was trying to remove it, obviously, given where it is on the board. But yeah, that's it. That's it installed. It's not that bad, actually. And then we can put this drive back in for the 8th time, the correct way around. So that it plugs into the little holes on the front of the case and stays there and is happy. There we go. That's in place. And the board, oh, we got latches on the side to Squeeze in there. Board comes in. There's the hard drive board to board connector. That's probably going to go in last, I think. There's like no slack on that at all. Same with this infrared board connector. Just going to tilt that up a bit. Get the back in there. These just press in vertically. Oh! This one's broken on this board. Remember those loose wires we saw in the other case? That's where they're from. Let's see if I can get this. You can see we've got too many board-to-board connectors in there. You can see that right in there. Got our actual board-to-board connector, and we got one stuck in the motherboard still. There goes. Whee! Alright, so that should just plop down over the top of that and press into place. There we go. Just like that. Easy! Alright. I'm a little iffy about the what looks like scorch marks on this, but I mean, we booted it, the thing works. So it's probably fine, right? Plug in the hard drive board-to-board connector. Maybe, please. It keeps falling out of its nice little holes. There we go. Yeah, just stay there. There we go. Has the hard drive in place. The antenna module, which is here. Antenna plate. I think that goes on last, if I remember correctly. There's a cowling. I suppose we can try and get this cowling in here. It fits very exactly. Oh, look at that. It actually does go in there. All right, cool. And then it'll be the fan, which is actually okay. I think it's okay. That one's a little chewed up. So what if I put the lower spec fan on here? Get the cowling in the right place. Probably help. There we go. That would fit. Technically, that would fit. Will it have a good time? I don't know. I don't know if it will have a good time. That's probably worth trying for science. Let's go here. I think this is that one. That's not the right one. Get out of there. It's almost the right one. It's real close. Maybe I don't put the cowling back in on this one. I don't think I have the right screw. Okay. Everything's all reassembled. So fan is next. We're going to use the low spec fan to see if it works. That'd be kind of funny. Board to board connector in here. There we go. It connects. as if nothing is amiss. Okay. Tiniest screw. Alright, then we've got one that goes in. I think it's this one? No. Oh, it's supposed to be captive. It's missing. Okay. This one? It's this one. I think. Yeah, it is that one. Cool. Mostly works. A little bit of wobble. Oh, it's almost back together. I think I kind of want, because we know that the 8 gigs in the other machine boots it. I'm not, well, this should be fine because it came out of a MacBook Pro, very similar year. I bet it's fine. I'm just gonna do it. Hopefully it boots again. Now that it's been transplanted. Plug this Wi-Fi antenna back in, even though the Wi-Fi doesn't work in Linux. Okay. There we go. Makes some awful sounds going in there. Metal on metal. Lovely. Alright, and little silver screws for the Wi-Fi. Oh, that's right. These go in there. That's more like it. That looks correct. And these hold on the top case. Go in there. These go in there. Just a little bit weird fitment wise. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna skip this Wi-Fi cover. Doesn't matter. The Wi-Fi doesn't work anyway in Linux. Who cares? Are you stuck on? Oh, you're stuck on the SSD. Of course you are. There. Oh, screwing into the SSD. That's what I was doing. Clever. It's like all of its mounting hardware is just screwing into the SSD. Amazing. Awful. Okay. Well, at least be able to close the case now. Unlike the previous iteration, closing the case was not guaranteed. Okay. That is... Alright, that's from the MacBook. That is mostly reassembled. Certainly reassembled enough to do a test. Whew. Dang. Hope that this thing had a spinning hard drive in it still. Incredible. Where did I put the mouse? Oh. Line of sight. Alright, well let's see what this does. I'm going to just disconnect what we've got there and transfer it over. Power's in. Switch over to the capture card. And cross our fingers. Get a chime. I should probably put neon in there. Where did I put the stick? There it is. Now the question is it going to do the same thing as the last one where we have to just like move the display around in order to get a picture out of it? I'm going to try unplugging and replugging the display port first. Okay, nothing. I think if we plug in the HDMI, we should see something. Hey, there we go. Booting neon. Weird that this one wants HDMI. RAM farts, RAM farts. So I think we're gonna get two working Mac Minis out of these three. David Starbuck is here and says, I have KDE Neon on my Mini. I like it. I've been using it on a couple of machines. It's been really nice. Oh, and David Starbuck says, you just need to load the Broadcom driver stack. Oh, I gotcha. Michael Harbuck says, Wi-Fi does work. It needs the firmware. Most distros will install it as non-free. The fan is going 100%. Maybe this is a bad sign. What is this doing? Yeah, right? The fan also disagrees with the smell. I wonder if the reason that the DisplayPort doesn't work on this is because the Radeon on it is broken. I thought one of these was integrated graphics only. Maybe this is the one, and it's integrated graphics only because its discrete Radeon is broken. Huh. It's definitely not happy. Let's try this again. David Starbuck asks, what year is that from? This is I believe, a late 2011, mid 2011. It's the Sandy Bridge with the Radeon's like 6630, optional Radeon 6630. Well, this is not showing anything now. Plug this back in. Nope. Well, it's unhappy. It's been dongle fest trying to get these things to show any video. Now it's displaying over the DisplayPort. What? What? Yeah, I think that if I remember right, I think this is the last year that they put a discrete graphics card in these. I think. All right, booting off the DisplayPort. Will it work? Why does it just like swaps ports? Okay, there's our no signal. Nope, the fan is slowly ramping up to 100. I think we are locked up. Okay, let's turn this off. Alright, you know what I want to do though? If I know I have one that works, get out of there. Let's just move the 16 gigs of RAM over to the one that we know works. Why not? It's really unfortunate though. Got some SO DIMMs there for the small outline dual inline memory module appreciators in the chat. I guess let's hot rod this one since it actually works. I think this is keyboard. I think this is mouse. Okay, this should work over the display port. That's what we got it working on last time. Of course, it's probably not going to boot off of that again because these things are so picky. So this is the one that we got working. It just like sprang to life and functioned. Still functioning, so that's good. There you go. Fortis says, I'm just here to fangirl for the petite dims with fun clips. They're definitely fun. They're definitely fun if they're metal. Because, well, I put it in a box, but I do have an ATI Rage Pro, I think it is, that has the memory expansion SODIMM on it. So you can slot in another 2 megabytes of RAM or whatever. Clips on that one are plastic. One of them's already broken. So that's not long for this world. It's unfortunate. So yeah, early in the stream, we managed to get KDE Neon installed on this. It was a piece of cake, honestly. What is the display configuration? Did it save what we were using? Yeah, 720p. Okay. Cool beans. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's see if this actually applies the resolution correctly. No! Entirely possible it's just the capture card not liking that resolution. So we've got 720p at least. We ran some TuxKart, Super TuxKart on it, and it ran pretty well. We'll do the, let's do the ETA Prime thing and do the WebGL Aquarium. Got a hardware accelerated web browser? We do! $5,000 fish gets us 45 FPS at 720p, which is not the worst. Especially for something that is this small. That's not awful. So, like, what would you use this for? Probably emulation, maybe some media consumption. Let's see if I can actually get to my file server. So I think I've still got a copy of Big Buck Bunny up there. We can see if it works. Network, SMB. There's the file server. Oh, we've got a super chat from Dave. Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. Dave's Vintage Apple Tech says, do you have the hard drive temp sensor hooked up? Oh, you mean on the one that didn't boot? I don't know. Does it have one? It seemed to just have the SATA plug, right? That did the board-to-board connector. Ron says, yes, it's missing. That's why your fan was a wind tunnel. Um, okay. Where does that plug in? Like, there aren't that many connectors left on the board. It's a tiny, tiny header. We've got one that's outside of its case. iFixit should have a photo. Alright. 1 sec. I wanted to see if I can. I think I put Big Buck Bunny on here. Hang on a sec. That's not the right password. Let's do that over here. Boom. Temp. No. Incoming. No. Then moved it. Get me in some legal hot water really quickly. Let me go grab a copy of Big Buck Bunny. Let's try the H.264. I prefer not to, like, show my very legitimate movie collection on stream, if you know what I mean. I don't think there's any support for decoding H.265. Oh, their download page for H.264 and H.265, it looks identical. Oh, that sucks. So give me the same. Gives me the same file. Alright, so that's the H.265 version. Let's do the H.264 version. I'll rename it. H.264. Okay. A hard drive temperature sensor thingamabob. Okay. 1 sec. Cupped. That's a temp. Oh, temp is the system folder. Can't put it in there. Let's put it in Windows. You made a new folder. You can't paste now. Okay. Alright, let's see how this does H.264 real quick before we investigate that temperature sensor. So this is H.264. Oh, shut up, VLC. There's a 10-second clip. Give me my... Where's my stats? Oh, VLC. Darn it. You just played it. Go away. I love and hate VLC. Where is stats? Frames lost 0. That's pretty encouraging. So H.264 is fine. Hey, that's not bad. I mean, it's 10-second test clips, but like H.264 and H.265 at 1080p. That's not bad. All right. Let's check out this connector. Let's switch over to the desk cam here. Ta-da! All right. So this is the one that runs the fan constantly. And also doesn't boot. I don't know. Maybe it's not doing so great. This is another board. Let's see. Now play Crysis. I probably could. Although apparently, according to those in the know, you're not playing Crysis unless you're playing it at like maximum settings, which seems silly to me. Maximum settings are just there to make you want a faster graphics card. Let's see. Come on, iFixit. I'm just looking around. What is the IR sensor IO bezel? Get that connector? Oh, I got that one. Hard drive, dual hard drive kit. Oh, search the page. There's nothing for temperature in there. What is this thing? Keep in mind, this is a 2011. I don't know if they had this temperature connector, this temperature sensor thingy. iFix is not mentioning this. Sorry, there's the... It's a 2011 Sandy Bridge. I don't think it had the temperature sensor. Yeah, my desk looks like a Mac Mini graveyard. Yep, that's what's going on here. 100%. What I'm wondering is happening is I wonder if this machine Because I swear, with these 3 Mac Minis I got, that one of them was Intel integrated graphics only. But we looked at the boards for all 3 of them. All 3 of them have the Radeon on board. So I wonder if this one's broken. I wonder if the Radeon on this one is broken. And when Neon tries to initialize the Radeon with Wayland, it breaks and the fan goes to full speed. iFixit says the sensor was internal to the hard drive. Well, this one doesn't run the fan all the time, and this has an aftermarket SSD in it. I think it's the Radeon. I bet we can boot this. I bet we can boot this if we pass a kernel parameter to blacklist the Radeon drivers and just force it to boot off the internal graphics. I betcha. I betcha. Throw some RAM back in this thing. I bet Neon is still a possibility. All right, let's switch over to capture card. I'm gonna shut this thing down. Oh, speaking of which, y'all mentioned installing the Broadcom drivers. I get you, they're the non-free, right? The non-free Broadcom drivers. Let's do, that's not what I wanted. I want software installs. Let's see if this exists first. Nope, okay. Probably, oh, if I can type, crying out loud. Firmware. This keyboard's the worst. I gotta get rid of this keyboard. Let's see. I love how a quarter of my Google search page now is taken up with useless AI search results. It's always wrong. No matter what I'm looking for, it's not the correct result. Okay, we're gonna do a little apt. Okay, a little apt on the command line. Always good for you. Beautiful. Okay, so let's do, what is this? Broadcom STA DKMS. Oh boy. STA DKMS. It's a lot of stuff just for Wi-Fi. Love these proprietary Wi-Fi chips. They're great. Okay. There we go. Does it load it itself? Let's see if we just have Wi-Fi magically. Plug. I probably have to do a mod load. Code. What do we got? Where is this stupid Wi-Fi module? There's the gigabit. Yeah, I guess I'll just try rebooting it. See if it picks it up. I have really enjoyed Neon, honestly. It's been really nice. Yes, a reboot to get Wi-Fi. Joe asks, is KDE Neon faster than Mint on older Macs? I mean, you just saw it boot. Like, this is running on a nothing SSD. This is an ADATA, like, 256 gig SSD. It's pretty quick. The thing is, it really wants some form of hardware acceleration, because everything in here uses Wayland. Looks like we have no Wi-Fi. Still, no Wi-Fi. Try a different instruction. Well, the thing is, okay, so here's the thing, Joe. Dedicated graphics. I just installed Neon the other night on this Toughbook. Let me show you. This is a Toughbook that we looked at maybe 2 months ago, I think, at this point. We wanted to see if it would run Haiku. Well, we cleaned it up on stream and see if it would run Haiku. And it doesn't, because it gets to the boot process, it gets into loading the graphical user interface, and it freezes. I don't know why, but it freezes. This thing, move this out of the way so I don't tip it over. That's definitely what's going to happen. All right, so I'll turn this on. So I threw Neon on this the other night, and this is a like 1.6 gigahertz Core 2 Duo with like Intel chipset graphics. This is about as low end as I would be comfortable putting Linux on a Mac. So this would be like first generation Intel MacBooks. Francois, did you make a bug report? I haven't yet. I need to know how to boot it in verbose mode, because it literally, like, it gets through the kernel boot, starts loading the graphical interface, and just it locks completely up. But, like, this is on a hot garbage Core 2 Duo, right? This is one of the ultra low voltage Core 2 Duos with graphics on the Intel chipset. And this thing, like, this thing runs pretty nicely, honestly, for being as low end as this thing is. I say give it a try. Like, it logically, it's a heavier distro than like Lubuntu, because LXDE is like almost nothing to run. But like, define low end, right? Like this, I would consider this low end. If you're talking like a 2015, Intel MacBook, just throw Neon on it and see how it runs. Because I'll bet it'll run fine. Like, Neon runs fine on this, of all things. And the Wi-Fi on this does work, which is nice. If y'all haven't seen this thing before, this has like a crazy circular trackpad, and the optical drive is under the keyboard. It's pretty wild. This is a weird laptop. I love this thing. But yeah, this thing runs Neon just fine, and it gets around 2-ish hours of battery life unplugged, which for a laptop this old, the battery still works, and it's pretty efficient. I like it. You can go ahead and call me a Neon shill, but like, I haven't been this delighted with a Linux distribution in a long, long time. Linux has been a very boring thing for me for many years. And to just like be able to pick up this distribution and just throw it on some random hardware and have it work really nicely, it's kind of wild to me. So yeah, my Carbux' older batteries are made better. The other thing is that that's a Panasonic, and that's a Panasonic battery, which, Panasonic pretty much makes the best lithium-ion batteries you can get. They definitely put their best into that one, that's for sure. A 2019 MacBook Air running Mint is slower than a 15-year-old ThinkPad. Wow, that's yikes. Yeah, I would try Neon, honestly, Joe. Try it on your 2019 MacBook. Let's see what it does. I'm assuming you're running macOS on the MacBook. Let's see if you can throw Neon on it and see how it does. It's worth a try. All right. I think we're gonna call it there, y'all. Fire up a little more TuxKart on this, because that was kind of fun, actually. TuxKart runs okay on this, turns out. It's kind of weird that it runs as well as it does, but I guess it makes sense. It's got the Radeon inside it. We'll do intermediate this time. Make sure I don't jump my start. Yeah, so now the AI is actually, oh shoot. Now the AI is actually use their turbo buttons, and I don't remember what the turbo button is in Tuck's card. So I'm toast now. I bet this would be pretty killer with a gamepad. Should try that at some point. See if I can get this guy. Okay, so that slingshots you to the next person. That's useful. Good to know. Go down here again. Oh, what? I don't think that's any faster. I think the lower level is slower, which makes sense. Oh, if I had my turbo. Boy, if I had my turbo right now. Oh, just missed. Just missed. Okay, maybe I can slingshot up to first place. Oh, not quite. Oh, what? Who puts a pumpkin right in the middle of the apex of the turn? That's cruel. I blame the track. It's not my fault. I blame the track. Well, it didn't do quite as well at the time, but still runs pretty nicely. And like I said before, this is running in a window, so that's not bad. That is pretty okay. Reasonable performance. Oh, let's see what it looks like to load a YouTube video, so Joe can see. I can type. There we go. Nope. That's better. Oh, helps if I plug it back in. We don't got the Wi-Fi. Okay. Do. Doing all right. Dropping a few frames at 1080p. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Joe's is now playing at 2x speed. Oh lord. Where even is that? Playback speed 2x. Seems okay. You'd get a little bit less entertainment out of this video since this is all music, but you know. By the way, if you have not heard of DJ Hoffman, he does DJ sets with dual Amigas plugged into a DJ controller. Worth watching. Worth watching. He streams every once in a while on Twitch. Mac Mini's not useless. Mac Mini's not useless. Just don't put Mac OS on it, apparently. That's the lesson today. Set Huffman back to normal speed. There we go. But yeah, that works pretty well. There you go, yo. We at least got one working Mac Mini out of this. I don't know what's up with the other one, but my guess is I might try some more stuff with it. I don't know. It's kind of not worth it for me. My guess though is that the Radeon in that one is dead, and when Neon tries to initialize it, it locks up the firmware. That's my guess. That's my guess. So otherwise, everything's looking good with this one, and we've got the Radeon on this one, and it is working pretty nicely. If I do a let's go to console. Just a demo one last time before we go. If I do an LSPCI, you can see right here, VGA compatible controller from AMD/ATI. It is the 6630M that's on board this 2011 Mac Mini. It's not bad. It's not bad. Do a cat proc CPU info. I believe we are running with mitigations for Spectre. Yeah, you can see it detects Spectre in here. So this is still like, it's just not bad. This thing's pretty quick. There you go. If you're curious what this is the i5 2520M 2.5 GHz space clock. Not bad. And like I said, most of these things I picked up for between 25 and maybe 40 bucks on eBay. I would imagine they're even cheaper these days. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. It's been pretty good. I have been. I'm very happy we've got a working Mac Mini now, because this is cool. I haven't used one of these in a long time. And of course, the last Mac Mini with discrete graphics. It's pretty cool. All right. Yeah. Definitely go for it. Give it a try. I would load it on first and see like how difficult it is to get things working. I've been, like I said, I've been using it on my home theater PC, which is the embedded Bulldozer thin client that we looked at a couple of months ago now, maybe a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how time works, but it's been pretty good. I put Steam on it, and Steam seems to work just fine, both with Steam Play over the network and also running local Steam games that are, you know, within the envelope of embedded Bulldozer on a thin client. You know, it doesn't run everything, but it's pretty good. It does make a good emulation machine, and it's quite good at playing back media. So I've been pretty happy with it. Neon's been pretty nice. I've been pretty happy with it. So, I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful evening. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I've got a long weekend this weekend. It's going to be spent mostly packing, because of course it is. Oh, thank you, John. This is a good job. Thank you. I got one working. Hooray! So with that, I bid you adieu, and I hope you all, I always put the wrong hand up, but may the PC parts be forever in your favor. Have a good night, and I will talk to you all later.